What's up, y'all? And welcome back to Dad Needs to Talk. I'm your host, Robert, and today I'm going to be reviewing two series by the author and artist Yama Wayama. Uh, I'm almost a tongue twister of a name. First and foremost, shout out to Yimpress for providing me with digital copies of both Let's Go Karaoke and Captivated by You. Now, both of these series, it's kind of interesting because originally I didn't know that both of these series were done by the same person. Um, but but once I read one of them, I was like, the art seems familiar, and I found out why. So, very short story. Both of these series are basically single volume stories. For the most part, Let's Go Karaoke actually is a prequel to a currently ongoing series by the name of Famiras Eco, which kind of gets set up by the end of Let's Go Karaoke. Captivated by You, the cover and the name is one that I saw all the time, while I was out and about at the stores or whatever. But it never really like really grabbed me or whatever. But Let's Go Karaoke, which from one, the cover is very beautiful. The name grabs your attention, and the description about a Yakuza member working with a high schooler and something to do with karaoke. I was like, okay, how can that not grab your attention? So before I dive into either one of these, basically once I finished reading Let's Go Karaoke, at the end of it, the author was talking about how this was a much different series from their previous work. And I'm like, what was their previous work? And I saw it was Captivated by You. So I'm like, okay, so now I gotta go back and see if I can get a copy of Captivated by You, which I did, and thus here we are. So it's kind of funny how this all kind of came full circle. So I'll start with Let's Go Karaoke. So like I mentioned, Let's Go Karaoke follows a Yakuza member by the name of Kyoji, who ends up reaching out to and working with this high school student named Satomi, who is basically kind of like the head of his choir club at his school. And so the crux of why this Yakuza member is reaching out to this high schooler is that basically a few times throughout the year, the head boss of the Yakuza gang that he's in holds a karaoke competition for all of the members of the organization. And basically, whoever is dubbed the worst singer, the Yakuza boss will personally put a tattoo of something he knows or he thinks he knows you hate. And of course, he's not a professional tattoo artist, so not only are you going to get a tattoo of something that you potentially hate, but it's also going to look pretty crappy. And thus begins this kind of awkward relationship of sorts between this Yakuza dude and this high school senior kid. Um, and there's not much to talk about in that sense, but I'll just say it was a pretty fun and interesting read because, like I said, just getting the dynamic personalities of this grown man. I think Kyoji. I think he's maybe like in his maybe early 30s. I think age wise, if I remember right, late 20s, early 30s, somewhere in there. It's at least like a 10-year gap, basically. And like I said, Satomi, he is, like I said, a senior in high school. But that's basically what it is. It's just a story of these two going through the situation, and just like Kyoji just constantly popping up out of nowhere and just dragging Satomi away to go listen to him struggle at trying to figure out this whole karaoke thing. And that is the basic crux of the story. Like I said, it is, it's three chapters total, but I think it was like 150 something pages roughly. Um, but I am curious to see, like, maybe later on I might go back and read this follow up story, because like some basically some time passes after the end of like the whole karaoke thing, and it kind of, like I said, just like sets up some stuff with Satomi as a young adult now, and so I would be kind of curious to see like how, like, where that goes basically, So we'll see. Like I said, I might check back in with that, but like I said, like, Let's Go Karaoke. Like I said, if you're looking for just a pretty simple yet fun story, and like I said, of just this freaking yakuza dude and this high schooler going on little karaoke adventures and stuff, and him trying to coach this yakuza guy through karaoke, it was a pretty fun story overall. Now, Captivated by You. Captivated by You is one that I don't really know like how to really describe. Once again, like I said, it's 8 chapters total. It was about like 160 something pages, and this volume or this book was kind of split up across like two different characters. So the like the first character kind of follows this guy as this character named Hayashi, and so it's described as Hayashi has a frank, guileless demeanor that draws the attention of his classmates and strangers. And basically, he is just kind of just weird, but he has I guess by the title, a captivating personality. And so it's like, his classmates, I guess maybe you can kind of call some of them his friends. He's just an intriguing person to where, you know, one day out of the blue, he just like decided to count all the steps in the school, and he's like, "Hey, did you know there is, X amount of steps on the school?" Or one little short story followed this young lady who they ended up connecting basically over Twitter, because he has a random Twitter account with like 10 followers, and he basically goes around taking pictures of different signs all over town and creating collages of like different phrases from the different letters and words that he's finding. And so this girl just becomes just once again captivated by like, okay, they had a similar interest in like in a book that she had recently read, and then she was scrolling through his Twitter feed, and she's like, okay, like what is he doing with taking these pictures and stuff, whatever. And so like I said, it is just weird stuff like that surrounding this character and just like their strange demeanor. And then the other story follows this character named Nikaido, who I guess back basically when he was in middle school, he was very popular unintentionally, but it was to the point to where like he was constantly being hounded everywhere he goes. All these girls would be flocking to him and stuff, whatever. So when he went to high school, he decided to change up his persona to become this kind of like dark, gloomy guy. To where like originally he shaved off his head, but then he decided to like grow his hair back out, wear glasses, get this like gloomy persona so that people would leave him alone. And it became very successful because basically rumors just started floating around the school like, hey, if you mess with Nikaido, if you touch him, you'll turn into him. Or, if you stare at him too long, you'll get bad luck. Just all types of weird rumors that kids and stuff, come up with. But there's a kid in his class that basically ends up befriending him or whatever, and ends up saying like, hey, no, there's nothing wrong with this guy or whatever, but ends up finding out about, what he went through in middle school and why he kind of has this persona and stuff. So overall, it was a interesting read. But I don't know, and I guess in a sense, if it hadn't been for Let's Go Karaoke, I might have never gotten around to trying out Captivated by You, because like I said, I enjoyed Let's Go Karaoke so much that when the author was like, hey, this is totally different from the last thing that I wrote. And now after reading Captivated by You, that is definitely true, that this is like a total shift from the characters in Captivated by You compared to what was done in Let's Go Karaoke. But I feel like both you can find some type of enjoyment or maybe even message or connection within both of these series. Because like I said, with Let's Go Karaoke, like I said, it kind of just, I guess in a way, just like symbolizes just like you never know what or how you might get dragged into something unexpectedly. And same thing with Captivated by You. You know, sometimes we find interest or fascination in people because of how different they might be. So, but yeah, overall, like I said, these were just like I said, just two very interesting stories that I'm glad I got a chance to read. And like I said, thanks again to Yimpress for giving me digital review copies of these. But both of these are interesting. Like I said, I definitely might go and check out uh, the continuing series from Let's Go Karaoke. Because the other thing too is like the art of these series, which you can even kind of tell by the cover, or whatever, is a little bit different from other series and stuff that I've read. Which hey, that's kind of a standout thing because sometimes some series and stuff start to kind of like look together. So like having a somewhat different art style, like I said, especially with the subject matters and stuff, because it kind of helps in a way, kind of like heighten the some characters like facial expressions and stuff like that. So, but yeah. So go check out both of these series. Like I said, Let's Go Karaoke for sure. And then, like I said, if that one is interesting to you, then go check out Captivated by You. But yeah, but that's pretty much it for me. Let me know if y'all have already read or checked out either one of these series. Have you read both of them, or have you read one and are now maybe interested in the other? If you're watching the video, comment down in the comment section below, or hit me up on Twitter or Instagram and let me know what your thoughts are. But like I said, that is Let's Go Karaoke and Captivated by You, both written by Yama Wayama and both published by Yen Press. But with that, I'm out. Thank you so much for watching and or listening. Make sure you're subscribed to both the YouTube channel as well as the podcast feed for the audio version of this. And be on the lookout for every Monday new manga reviews and stuff. And with that, I'm out. As I always say, treat yourself to something nice. Read some manga, watch some anime, play some games, and live your best life. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.